Good morning. Welcome to HEDNA's European Distribution Conference. I am happy to welcome you here today in the beautiful city of Lisbon. We've got a lot to cover in the next 2 days, so let's jump right in. First up, let's meet our board. It's important to note that this group is all volunteer, so in addition to their day jobs, they work to advance distribution best practices, from connectivity to payments, all with the single goal of driving guest bookings and experiences. Board members in the room, please stand or give a wave when your name is called. I'd like to ask the audience to please hold your applause until the end. Starting with our executive committee, our VP Lisa Murphy with Xanderpay, our treasurer Sean Nygren at Hilton, and our secretary Julie Hood with Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. In addition, we also have 9 board members, and in no particular order, I'd like to introduce Miki Gulati with Omni Hotels, Nicholas Smith at Marriott, Matt Teixeira representing Best Western, Andrea Daniels with IHG, Sylvain Coutial at Amadeus, Derbysoft's TJ Noble, Lauren Cannon at Expedia, Jeremy Mahoney from Agoda, and Donnie Schumann with FlexPay. Thank you all for raising your hand and putting in the work. Now on to our sponsors. None of this happens without their contributions. Our annual partners not only help us curate events, their support enables us to focus on content, partnerships, and educational efforts throughout the year. Thank you to our friends at Amadeus, Xanderpay, SiteMinder, Lighthouse, Best Western Hotels, Cloudbeds, TravelTech.vc, and RateGain. Each conference has its own set of sponsors, and they bring about everything that unfolds during our event. So let's take a minute to acknowledge this year's European event sponsors. Be sure to show them your appreciation over the next few days. These are the organizations that keep HEDNA thriving. In addition to our sponsors, we've been fortunate to cultivate partnerships with some of the industry's leading associations and educational institutions, and many of them are here today: HSMAI Europe, AHLA, HTNG, Focusrite, and NYU. You'll see some of them featured on stage here in Lisbon, but there is so much more happening behind the scenes. Our partners have paved the way for us to create meaningful research, like our second annual State of Distribution report. They also help advance learning and distribution as a field of study by promoting our HEDNA U content, most recently at HSMAI's Commercial Strategy Week. And who could forget Focusrite's Pete Como leading Priceline and Booking Holdings in one of our most playful and informative sessions in San Diego. By now, you all should be familiar with HEDNA's disciplines and committee work. I'll leave it to Lisa, HEDNA's VP, to showcase our future leaders, educational efforts, and upcoming conference news during her opener tomorrow morning. Don't snooze on that. But I'd like to highlight the people steering some of our more focused efforts. Anisha Yadav with Revenate oversees our revenue and data analytics group. Louis Boucher at Concur and Fred Bean, Hotelport, focus on content. John Owens at RateGain and Jeffrey Horowitz with post-integrations, head up payments. And Tanya Pratt at Oracle, along with Simone Large at IHG, work on connectivity. If you're not already involved with one of our disciplines, sign up. You can stop by our registration desk to learn how. So now I'd like to call myself to the stage to officially open up HEDNA's Lisbon Distribution Conference. Come on up, Self. How was that? Yeah, I mean, you're all wondering what that was all about, the voiceover, but we thought it would be a good way to introduce this conference to kick it off. Our first session in regards to with a focus on AI. That whole voiceover was not me at all. That was all simulation AI. So, I mean, even when I listened to it the first time, it's cool, but really kind of creepy at the same time. I was like, that's not possible. But anyhow, the team at SMG was able to put that together. So I thought that was a good way to kick it off. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to HEDNA Lisbon. Really looking forward to the next couple of days. There's it's kind of bittersweet for me. This will be my last conference European conference as president, and then in January we'll be rolling that seat over. So looking forward to spending time with you all over the next couple of days. Where am I at? Just one sec. There we go. Need to remind everyone again, you all know the drill, code of conduct. Let's keep it clean. No disparaging remarks, antitrust. As a non-profit association, we need to abide by these rules and laws. So during the workshops and our sessions, just please keep that in mind. And of course, I did introduce, or my AI did introduce the board earlier, but I did want to make a special mention. None of these conferences and what is put together without the help of two very important board members, Lisa and Jeremy, have been absolutely monumental in putting the past few conferences together, and the committees, and then with the help of our future leaders of HEDNA volunteers, Joey and Philippe. So thank you guys for putting together these conferences. Great. So a few things coming up. A few years ago, we introduced the HEDNA Lounge. This is a great spot for you all. You could grab a refreshment, hang out with some peers, have some networking meetings. Be sure to take advantage of the lounge. And so, yeah, and I mean, a lot of people wonder why, how we get even some of the information for our workshops, and none of these folks, they're all volunteer. None of these speakers are paid. So please be sure to attend the workshops, participate, and get the most out of them for everyone involved. We have a great session lined up over this next few days, and this morning it's going to be kicking off, like I said, in regards with a focus on AI. And the landscape obviously is changing very quickly in that regard. Tonight, our evening event will be on the rooftop, so we'll be outside enjoying some refreshments, some drinks, maybe a little bit of food, but drinks, and that'll be good. Some other things I wanted to go over that we've been working on, and things that have been happening over the past few years. Research, we actually are now on our second annual State of Distribution report. For those that have not seen it or have not read it through, you can download it. Be sure to get a copy of this. It's got some great content and detail in there. And I'll make an announcement later today. We are getting ready to embark on a new study, and I'll have more information on that. But along the lines with what we had done on State of Distribution, we're getting ready to partner up again with other organizations, and like I said, I'll give you more information later, but it's going to be, again, another great topic and data. Content. We have, over the past couple of years, we've really started to reach out to resource, and do call for content. We've been able to put together what I think is some timely information, timely content for the time, and for you all to be able to take part in during these conferences. We've partnered up Louis. I mean, that's amazing what we've been able to put together in that space already so far. But I really want to encourage any of you that if there's something you want to see or hear about at a HEDNA, there's something you want to get involved in, please be sure to reach out, partner up. This is all about a collaborative effort
to put this information together and to put these conversations together to further our understanding and where we want this part of the industry to go. A key part of this, years ago as VP, I was involved with the consultant group. We have members of HEDNA that are consultants, and there was, for a time, it was a coming together every month. Back then, we had John Burns leading it, and you would get on these calls, and the consultants globally would bring up what it is they wanted to talk about, what's going on in the world. And this was something I felt very strongly about re-engaging with this group. And so within the past year, within the past couple of months, we've been able to do this and put this back together. And we've had, Lisa has been on the first or the last call, and we're now on our second call, but the group of consultants that we have together, and it's being led by David Chesler, which we actually will hear from later on a video, just talking through the engagement of this consultant group and how they're going to work together again with HEDNA and put together our information, our sessions, our education. We have, I'm going to take a drink and then I'll tell you. Innovation Challenge. So, recently launched a HEDNA Innovation Challenge. So basically, it's a startup innovation competition. And we're doing this in partnership with traveltech.vc. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. Anyhow, so with all that in mind, there will be a winner announced tomorrow night, I believe, or tomorrow day, right before we break for lunch. And so this is something we're partnering with them on, and we're going to go through and see how our startups make out and who gets to win that challenge. Healthy financial outlook. So this past year, as I was going through in my mind, okay, this is my last year as president, there's a lot of things I wanted to get, our partnerships with HSMAI, HTNG, AHLA, those types of things. I had that, work through that. And then it took a long time for this association as we were trying to recover financially to get out of the red. And over this past year, I'm happy to tell all of you that we are absolutely heading right back. We're in the black. By the end of this year, we will be coming in at above 100K US. So and all this means is we get to reinvest it and we put it back into different things that we can make available to you all. Our learning management system, which you'll hear about during when we talk about HEDNA U, because that is getting a complete overhaul. And again, we're just being able to reinvest back in the association and make these types of tools and resource available to you all. So before I leave the stage, I do want to call out Accor. Oh my, there we go. Hey, guess who I work for? I do want to call out HEDNA's staff at SMG. They're key in ensuring that the association runs properly. We have, Nick in the back who just runs the conference amazingly. Where is Nick? I just saw him earlier. There he is. Thank you, Nick. And if you may not even, I'm sure you've heard from Jen if you're involved at all within, what we put together for HEDNA, for these conferences. even day to day. But Jen Thornton, thank you, as our Director of Operations. Kaylee's not here with us in Lisbon, but Kaylee heads up our education efforts. I mean, she, you know, I believe I heard that she actually headed up the education program at NASA, if I'm not mistaken. So, wow, that's kind of cool. LD, when you register, everyone has seen LD's smiling face at the registration desk. So thank you, LD, if you're in the room, always for everything. We have a new coordinator. I don't believe she's with us, Stephanie Christensen, so we're happy to have her on board. And then there is my Leanne, my executive director. I can't even thank you enough, Leanne. The amount of times we've had conversations and talks and you know, over the past 3 years, and even getting through coming up as president and working through different things, Leanne has been there, and she, you know, she really makes it all happen behind the scenes, and works with us well together and pulls it all together. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. And with that, I'm ready to go. I think we're good to go. Let's get this HEDNA Lisbon started. Looking forward to shaking hands with all of you, and please enjoy the next few days.